Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Bickle. Welcome to INN News. The death toll could still grow in last week's attacks in Norway. You're looking at pictures from near where a deadly bombing took place in Oslo on Friday. At least 76 people died in the downtown bombing Friday in a mass shooting at a nearby youth camp. A 32-year-old man is accused in the attack. Prior to the attack, he posted a 1,500-page manifesto online stating his anger at the government. Meanwhile, the Red Cross in Norway is playing an important role there. In addition to physically searching the island where the shooting happened for more victims, volunteers are helping survivors cope.
We are giving a support that we are there as human beings. We are a hand to hold and a shoulder to cry and someone to speak with. And we are just showing our support, and we're also encouraging everybody to show their support so we can come through this together.
Police say they can't rule out that others were involved in those attacks. Time for global news now. Somalians are arriving in their nation's capital by the thousands, hoping to find food and shelter. The region is suffering its worst drought in decades, causing a famine that is forcing families to uproot their lives. Many refugees say some of their children didn't make it. They passed away on the long road to get help. The UN's World Food Program is the largest provider of food aid, but it is not being allowed into militant-controlled areas. Without access to humanitarian aid, UN officials believe tens of thousands of people may be dead already. The woman at the center of the case against former head of the International Monetary Fund, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, is breaking her silence. 32-year-old hotel maid Nafi Diallo says she wanted to come forward because prosecutors are now considering dropping sexual assault charges against him. She recounts what happened to ABC News.
Yeah, I was like, stop this. But he won't say nothing. He keep pushing me to the hallway, back to the hallway, keep pushing me. I was so afraid. I was so scared.
Prosecutors say the case is weakened because she had been untruthful to them about a variety of additional topics concerning her history. Uruguay fans took to the streets in Argentina to celebrate their team's victory in the Copa America soccer tournament. Uruguay defeated Paraguay 3-0 in the final, featuring the two surprise teams. It's Uruguay's record 15th Copa America title. That's one more than Argentina. Uruguay's last Copa title came in 1995. And that's your global news now. A deal has been reached to end the NFL lockout. The players and league owners reached a compromise early today. All of the players must still vote on the deal. That voting has begun. The lockout started in March when the players and owners argued on how to share the league's revenue. The regular season is set to open on September 8th. An autopsy reveals musician Amy Winehouse did not die from anything suspicious. She was found dead in her London home earlier this weekend. Winehouse had long struggled with drugs and alcohol. We're still awaiting toxicology results. Amy Winehouse was only 27 years old. There are hundreds of new married couples today in New York. Gay and lesbian couples were able to make it official legally for the first time yesterday. New York set up a lottery with 764 slots for couples to get marriage licenses or be married at New York City clerk's offices. Freddie Zambrano and Marcus Chaljon were the first couple to exchange vows.
Till death do us part.
When I heard those last words, and till death do us part, that's it. I just started to cry and I couldn't stop it at that point.
They met online 5 years ago, fell in love, and they've been fighting for same-sex marriage ever since. Same-sex marriage is proving to be good for local economies. Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, Iowa, and the District of Columbia also allow same-sex marriages. Gay marriage has brought in $100 million to Massachusetts since it was made legal in 2004. New York's government estimates that same-sex marriage will contribute $391 million to the state over the next 3 years. Well, we're spending more to fill our gas tanks. The national average for a gallon of regular is up to $3.70. AAA says the most expensive place to fill up in the U.S. is Connecticut at $4.04. You'll find the cheapest gas in Arizona at $3.37 a gallon. Well, the iPhone is a hot seller, but who's selling the most? Bill Doherty has that and more in tonight's Back to Business.
Score one for AT&T in the battle of the iPhone. The wireless network reports it activated 1.3 million more iPhones in the second quarter than Verizon. and a quarter of its iPhone customers were new to AT&T. Verizon started selling the iPhone in February. Many analysts had predicted Verizon would get more new subscribers than AT&T. And the Big Apple may be about to get a Big Apple store. Officials in New York are to vote this week on whether to accept Apple's proposal to build a 23,000 square foot store in the Grand Central Terminal. Apple sounds excited to get the chance to move into the iconic location. It would become the company's largest store in the world. I just mentioned Carrie Underwood the next time someone criticizes your American Idol dreams. The country music star and Idol winner is #1 on Forbes' list of top earning American Idols. She earned $20 million in the past year. The other big winners include Chris Daughtry and Adam Lambert, and they didn't even win. Fantasia Barrino and Jordan Sparks rounded out the top 5. For Back to Business, I'm Phil Doherty.
Thanks, Phil. The wave of soldiers continues to come home from Afghanistan. The 134th Cavalry is back in the States. Clark Young from our affiliate KPTM was in Lincoln, Nebraska, where hundreds of friends and family members came out to welcome home their soldiers.
Thank you for all the heroes that are here today. God, thank you for bringing us home. Amen.
It feels good. It's kind of overwhelming. It's been a long trip to get here. It's overwhelming. We're a little tired, ready to go home.
It feels great. It's been a long time coming, and there's a lot of sacrifice, but thanks to the family support and everything, we're just glad to get back and get on with life. I think we did everything we could do.
Gonna go eat lunch. I'm starving. I'm ready for some good food.
Coming back, this time just seeing my family, just being back in Nebraska and in the fresh air and the green grass. So,
it is a soldier, not the preacher, who guarantees your freedom of religion. It is a soldier, not the reporter, who guarantees your freedom of press. It is a soldier, not a poet, who guarantees your freedom of speech. It is a soldier, not the campus organizer, who guarantees your freedom to assemble. It is a soldier who salutes the flag, who serves under the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag. God bless Nebraska's cavalry, and God bless America.
And thank you all for your service. There will be another homecoming ceremony in Lincoln this week, 2 more in neighboring communities. Well, the summer of 2011 is getting more deadly and dangerous, where some people are now having trouble getting around and hitting the slopes in the heat of the summer, where they're able to do this. Coming up next.